U.S. and Israeli attacks in Iran continue for a second day. U.S. President Donald Trump confirming the operation has led to 9 Iranian warships being destroyed as Iran retaliates after the killing of the country's supreme leader. 3 U.S. service members have been killed in action as military and political experts say the regime is trying desperately to cling onto powers. Good evening and thank you for joining us. The Government of Canada has updated its travel advice for Canadians in Israel and Palestine as violence spills over the region. The federal government is telling Canadians in Israel and Palestine their safest option is to shelter in place and follow directions from local authorities. But if Canadians want to leave those countries and can do so safely, the advice is to head to neighboring Egypt or Jordan via a land crossing. Officials are advising against all travel to Israel and Palestine, noting that the situation is volatile and could deteriorate quickly. Travelers are also asked to make sure their documents are up to date and secure. And here in our region, reaction continues as members of the Iranian community wait with bated breath to see what will happen next. Many now hoping for the fall of the Islamic Republic of Iran to pave way for a brighter future in their home country. CTV's Kimberly Johnson reports.
I just want my people to be freed and live a happy life because they're not having it right now. It's been 4 decades that they're not having it.
As uncertainty hangs over Iran, Kiana Samimi says her mother is safe after leaving her home in Tehran.
And I was like, oh, thank God my mom is fine. At least she's somewhere that the attacks are not happening, so I was relieved a lot.
The refugee, now living in Chelsea, Quebec, says she was forced to flee more than 2 years ago, coming to Canada alone. She hasn't been able to see her mother or any family members in Iran since she left. She says right now, poor internet connection in her home country is making it hard to communicate.
Everybody are worried about each other. Like, my aunt also lives in Turkey, and she was worried about the people who were in Iran, and she didn't have access to them. So my mom told me to tell her that everyone are fine. Like, that's how bad the situation right now is.
As U.S.-Israel airstrikes targeting Iran continue, thousands of flights to and from the Middle East are grounded. Ottawa residents watching closely here at home, many celebrating at a rally on Saturday as the situation unfolds. As Iran launches counterstrikes in Israel, the Jewish Federation of Ottawa says in a statement it's watching the developments closely. Our thoughts are with all those affected, Israelis under threat, innocent civilians in Iran, and families here in Canada who are anxious for loved ones abroad. The Ottawa Police Service also issuing a statement Sunday saying it is monitoring any possible effects here in the capital, adding residents may see a larger police presence near religious institutions. Samimi Mayor remains hopeful that change can come to Iran, and she will see her family and friends one day soon.
I am very hopeful, and I don't know how is this going to happen, but my people are courageous, and I love them, and I wish I was there to support them.
Kimberly Johnson, CTV News.
Experts are warning the impact of U.S. and Israeli military operations in Iran could cause oil prices to spike as markets prepare to reopen.
The market hasn't opened yet, but prices are over $80 a barrel in the pre-market. And most analysts I've been able to find are talking about prices heading towards $100. Iran has effectively shut down the Strait of Hormuz, which is about 1/5 of global oil supply. And we don't have the ability to sustain that for any length of time without prices spiking quite considerably.
Iran exports 1.6 million barrels of oil a day, with most of it going to China. Now, if disrupted, that could leave Chinese customers looking elsewhere for oil on the global markets, potentially driving up prices. Experts are also warning about the impact this could have on oil in Alberta.
Alberta's royalty rate is dependent on the Canadian dollar value of West Texas Intermediate. So if it goes up $10 a barrel, that will absolutely increase Alberta's royalty revenue for the period of time that it's up.
And experts also say that if Iran disrupts tanker traffic, it could cause the price of crude oil to push past $90 US a barrel. All right, we'll take our first check of the weather here in the Ottawa area. Again, it was a pretty decent Sunday if you were out, but it was cold, and it's still cold this evening. We're looking at mainly clear conditions, minus 16 degrees here in the capital. We'll take a look at what to expect over the next day or so. Again, clear conditions continue on into your Monday, and then we could see some cloud cover coming in for your Tuesday, a mix of sun and cloud that we will see. For the next 24 hours, again, mainly clear for the evening hours and into the morning. Some cloud cover toward the afternoon, but it's going to be cold. Environment Canada also issuing a yellow warning for the Ottawa area. In Ottawa, we are sitting at minus 16 right now, with some clear conditions overnight. Ontario Provincial Police are investigating a fatal two-vehicle collision on the 401 in Quinte West. The crash happened on the 401, on the westbound 401 that is, between County Road 30 and County Road 40 around 7:30 Sunday morning. The highway was closed for several hours. A passenger exited a stopped vehicle in a live lane of traffic with a flat tire and was struck by a second vehicle. An 82-year-old male from Pembroke was transported to hospital and pronounced dead. Anyone with information or dash cam footage of the crash is asked to contact OPP or Crime Stoppers. The province is moving forward with a major project to widen a portion of Highway 17 between Arnprior and Renfrew. It's a stretch of road that many drivers say can be quite dangerous. And as CTV's Natalie Van Roy tells us, nearby residents are happy to finally see some movement from the Ontario government addressing their safety concerns.
Robert Bartley drives Highway 17 regularly. He says he is thrilled to hear about a planned expansion.
I think it's about 7 or 8 years overdue. It's about time. It's a busy, busy highway. I drive a lot to Renfrew.
The province moving forward with widening Highway 17 from 2 to 4 lanes, stating it's a critical link in the Trans-Canada highway system. The project will widen the highway system between Renfrew and Arnprior, a 22.5-kilometer stretch between Shield Drive and west of Bruce Street.
I mean, when accident or heavy snow goes on, we just go to one lane, so it affects everybody who lives up here.
The stretch of highway has been the site of many crashes over the years.
And beyond the fatalities, number of collisions that have been a direct result of that stretch. And with growing populations, it has almost become inevitable that there would be an increase in some of these issues.
The province first announced the project in 2019 as part of a 10-year project, with work being completed in phases.
My understanding is that we shouldn't be too excited about it starting tomorrow or soon. I wouldn't expect that it will be starting even within a year or two, but I've not heard a confirmed timeline.
But drivers still happy about what's to come.
I think that would be great because sometimes when something goes wrong on the right lane, it backs up the traffic a lot. So I think that will affect in a good way.
We have a couple of people in our family who visit the Renfrew Hospital, so it's going to be wonderful.
Natalie Van Roy, CTV News.
Former Ottawa Senators head coach DJ Smith has landed himself another head coaching gig. The LA Kings announcing Sunday that Smith will replace Jim Hiller as the team's new interim bench boss after Hiller was let go. Smith coached in Ottawa for parts of 5 seasons from 2019 to 2024. This will be his first NHL head coaching job since he left Ottawa. And coming off a shootout loss on Saturday night, the Ottawa 67s were firing on all cylinders Sunday afternoon against the Sarnia Sting.
Pittsnagel, another chance in front. Vandenberg scores.
Thomas Vandenberg with his 21st goal of the season, making it 3-0 for Ottawa on the road. Now the 67s, they would add 2 more, go on to the 5-0 shutout, and it's the 5th shutout of the year for the netminder Ryder Fedorov. The Barber Poles, they head to Peterborough next to play the Petes on Thursday. Well, coming up, it was a sunny but cold Sunday here right across the region. And today, Environment Canada issued a yellow cold warning for Ottawa. Heading into Monday morning, we'll have those details next with your extended forecast. Clear conditions if you're heading out toward the Queensway at all this hour. East and westbound traffic moving quite well. Good news is that we don't have any snow to deal with impeding your drive at all. We'll take another look at the weather. A quick peek there at the Jacques Cartier Marina by the Gatineau River. Again, wonderful day if you're out and about in the Ottawa area. The Rideau Canal, get this, it's been open for 50 days this winter. The longest it has ever been open was 95 days. That was back in the 71-72 season. And when I first moved to Ottawa, the canal didn't open at all. The first time it ever done that, but nice to see people out and about really enjoying their Sunday. Now, Environment Canada, they have issued a yellow cold warning for Ottawa. Wind chills can make it feel like -30 to -35 overnight here on Sunday into Monday morning. Definitely want to bundle up if you want to head out at all. So right now here in Ottawa, through our Centennial Glass Skycam, we're sitting at -16 degrees. Again, very chilly out in Ottawa. Quick now look at our satellite radar. Clear conditions that we are enjoying, but again, with the clearer conditions come the wind. So it's clear for us right across the region until Monday afternoon. Clear conditions for your overnight weather. Again, -28 here for Ottawa. Same thing for Cornwall and Brockville. We're looking at -22 for the Kingston area. Toward Gatineau, -27, -19 in Montreal, -28 for Kemptville, -27 for Petawawa, -25 for Maniwaki. Again, we have that cold warning as well to deal with. For Monday, we got a high of -9 with sunshine here for Ottawa, -7 and -8 along the Seaway, -9 toward Kitigan-Zibi. We've got -9 for Gatineau, -6 for Maniwaki, -8 for Kemptville, and some cloud cover toward the Mont Tremblant area. They've got -8. Same thing for Petawawa, actually. They're looking at -7. So here's a look at how the next week or so is shaping up. On your Monday, clear conditions. Again, -9 will be the high, and we are dealing with the very cold warning, a yellow cold warning from Environment Canada for it to deal with overnight tonight and heading into Monday.
There's this huge community out there that's really rooting for him.
All right, still to come, Ottawa's small business community is stepping up to support the Ottawa Cancer Foundation's Laugh for a Cure fundraiser. Time is running out to top up your RRSP. Monday is the deadline to make a contribution for the 2025 tax year. Now, any contributions made after Monday will have to be claimed as deductions on your 2026 tax return. The deduction limit for 2025 is 18% of your earned income up to a maximum of about $32,000. Any income earned in your RRSP is usually exempt from tax for as long as the funds remain in the plan. Ottawa's small business community is stepping up to rally around one of its own, raising money for the Ottawa Cancer Foundation in a time of need. CTV's Camille Wilson explains.
For Jenny Chen, Dow Cafe is more than just a restaurant.
When my husband was going through chemo, he wasn't someone that would lay in bed and sit around and feel better. He wanted to feel normal. So even 2 hours a day, he would look forward to date nights out.
Back in April 2020, Shen's friend was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. He has been in remission since December 2020.
We were each other's social bubble in COVID. I took him to all of his appointments, his chemo treatments.
And caregiver shortly turned into a love connection. She proposed to him and they got married in 2022.
Halfway through, I was just like, I love this human being so much, and I can't see my life without him.
Now Shen is partnering with the Ottawa Cancer Foundation to raise awareness and funds through the Laugh for a Cure fundraiser.
The Ottawa Cancer Foundation reached out to me in November of last year and asked me to participate as a Joe for Laugh for the Cure, one of their bigger fundraisers of the year.
The Cancer Foundation provides local cancer care support. Having these local businesses involved as well just really ties into that feeling of community and joy and that connectedness, and that no one needs to face cancer alone.
Shen has more than doubled her goal of $10,000. Small businesses and restaurant owners have stepped up to help support this fundraiser with one of the couple's favorite bites.
They've dedicated either a menu item where all the proceeds or part of the proceeds will go towards this cause.
Co-owner of Dow Cafe, Simon Huang, says it was important to step up.
My mom was a breast cancer survivor. I remember how tough it was going through that time. When she asked us to help support her cancer to support the Ottawa Cancer Foundation, we're like, yes, absolutely.
Pizza Stay Gold for Tilly's Canada, Vietnamese Faux House, Bottega Nicastro, Sussex & Co. and Barocelli also supporting the cause.
Hope and joy is a social activity, and sometimes laughter and joy is the best way to help push us through.
The Laugh for a Cure takes place March 26. Camille Wilson, CTV News.
Well, Well, still to come, Canadian travel trends are staying this side of the border. We'll have more on the new numbers from Stats Canada showing how many Canadians are straying away from booking getaways to the U.S.
Nice little town you found. You and your pretty daughter.
Scream 7 scared off its competition, taking top spot at the weekend's box office, opening with a franchise best $64 million U.S. for its opening weekend. The Steph Curry-produced animated film GOAT dropped to second place with another $12 million. And Wuthering Heights, starring Jacob Elordi and Margot Robbie, rounds out the top 3 with $7 million in its third weekend. A new trend is reshaping how Canadians are planning their holidays. For decades, the United States was an easy choice for short flights or road trips, but now Canadian travelers are stepping back from crossing the border and opting for domestic travel destinations instead. CTV's Adrian Gabriel, has more.
An influx of Canadian cash has the country's domestic travel industry taking off, according to the latest Statistics Canada report.
For Q3, we've seen a very strong showing for Q3 in terms of domestic overnight trips and then spending as well.
While the amount of domestic travel remained flat for much of last year, the total dollars spent by Canadians on trips across the country shot up last summer. In July, August, and September of 2025, Canadians spent $30.5 billion while traveling in Canada, an 11% year-over-year third-quarter increase, driven in part by extending overnight stays at domestic destinations across the country.
If I'm in Toronto, I'm going to go to Montreal. If I'm in Montreal, I might go to Halifax. A nice little drive destination, spend a nice weekend there.
While the number of Americans visiting Canada has dipped slightly, there's been a noticeable drop-off in U.S.-bound travel. The percentage of Canadians visiting the U.S. declined by more than 34% year-over-year in the third quarter of 2025.
A lot of Canadians are looking at the U.S. They're not seeing it as a safe and secure destination. They're not seeing it as a place that's going to be welcoming.
Meanwhile, the number of overseas tourists arriving in Canada increased by more than 9% last summer. It's a trend one travel and tourism scholar believes will be reciprocated by Canadians in the very near future.
As the north-south gets a little more dodgy, especially with Mexico or Venezuela or Cuba, you're going to see people go east to Japan, Korea, and you're going to see sort of Toronto east sort of migrate more to Europe.
According to Stats Can, early data from the first quarter of this year shows that the trend of fewer Canadians flying south to the U.S. will continue. A full annual report will be released on May 29th. Adrian Gabriel, CTV News, Mississauga, Ontario.
Oh, wow, Hillary, Megan, it's so cool that we're all here.
It was going to be just us, but we thought we'd invite the guys too.
Well, coming up, the breakout heated rivalry star Connor Story hosts a hockey-themed Saturday Night Live. Plus, we'll have a more look at your forecast when we come back.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, I'm Tanea Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barrhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barrhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford dealership, and Ontario's #1 Ford EV dealer.
Hairstyles, courtesy of Salon Fiorella.
All right, we'll take another look at your wake-up weather as well as your 7-day forecast. We've got -23 clear conditions for the Ottawa area. If you're going to be here, it's going to be cold. And we have Environment Canada issuing a yellow cold warning for tonight into tomorrow afternoon. -30 to -35 is what it could feel like. Here's a quick peek at what it looks for the next week or so. Monday, clear conditions. -9 could be the high, but again, it's going to feel really, really cold with the wind chill and some cloud cover rolling in on Tuesday and Wednesday. And towards the end of the week, we could see a possible shower or some flurries. All right, finally for us tonight, a heated rivalry off the ice seemed to be squashed between the U.S. men's and women's hockey teams on the main stage of Saturday Night Live as Connor Story, the actor from the Crave hit series Heated Rivalry, made his SNL debut last night.
Oh, wow, Hillary, Megan, it's so cool that we're all here.
It was going to be just us, but we thought we'd invite the guys too.
Fresh off their gold medal wins at the Olympics, Quinn and Jack Hughes from the men's team were joined by Hillary Knight and Megan Keller from the women's team. Now, in the monologue, Knight took a jab at U.S. President Donald Trump for his comments during a congratulatory call after the men's 2-1 overtime win against Canada. Really funny episode. We also had the fellow star from Heated Rivalry, Hudson Wilson, also made a guest appearance on the show. And I gotta tell you, Connor Story, that guy is super talented, very, very funny. Wow, he's really, really good. All right, well, that's CTV News for this Sunday, March the 1st. For all of us here at CTV News, thank you so much for watching. Have a great week.